have to say, Jinny, you look very well. You're looking extremely well, actually, my darling. Maybe a bit too well. So I'm just here checking in with our probably not pregnant girls, Jinny and Belle here. Both looking extremely well, much like pregnant ladies would do, but probably not pregnant. We still need to have a final scan to confirm. These are the two girls who were running with Harley last. Belle was intentionally running with Harley to get in foal, didn't get in foal, so needed to leave him because we can't leave a mare in with a stallion who's not conceiving, because we have to assume at some point she probably will, therefore be monitoring and scanning and so forth. You know, we're in August now, so we decided to call it quits with Belle for the summer, for this breeding season. So we need a different company for Harley, so we tried Jinny because she was already in foal. We didn't have another empty mare to join him. That didn't work out very well. Harley chased Jinny, potentially because she wasn't in foal. The vet thinks she'd actually slipped the foal before coming into the field, but potentially she maybe slipped the foal because of Harley chasing her. Either way, she is no longer in foal. We think there is a small chance that she conceived again by Harley. If she had slipped the foal before coming in here and was ovulating at the time of being in here, which is what the vet thinks, but it's difficult to be totally sure. But if that is the case, she could be in foal to Harley. We did scan a week ago, couldn't see a foal, but if she had conceived by Harley, it would be too early, so we need to scan her again. Likewise with Belle, we don't think he'd covered her, but he had bitten her on the neck, so he'd definitely been involved with her. So don't really know what had gone on, so we don't think either of them are in foal, but we do need to check both of them again just to be sure. I am currently trying to get that scheduled in. I'm going away in just over a week's time. My vet's away at the moment, so I'm trying to schedule that in before I go, because we don't actually think that either of them are in foal. I have to say I've taken my foot off the gas with it a little bit, but that probably isn't best practice. Probably need to scan them ASAP. But we are pretty confident that neither is in foal. It's really just to finally rule it out. Although, Jinny, really looking at you there, lass. You're very thick around the middle. So I will let you know when I get that booked in, possibly for next week, possibly for a week on Monday. Oh, worst case scenario will be when I get back from Ireland. And then really just need to work out what to do with these girls. The thoroughbreds don't go on the fell. Belle could go back to the barn field. That's a possibility, but there isn't grass there. So somewhere at Farmer Rob's where we are now is better. I think they're due to go and join the sheep on the other side shortly to help them graze that field down. This one's been done really. I don't know if Farmer Rob might go for a second cut of hay. We've had some rain. We're now getting some sun. Is there time, we're what, 7th of August, is there time for this to go in for a second cut of hay? Maybe, I don't know, let's see what the weather does. Jinny could go back to the fell group, and that would be great, but of course we would need someone to keep Belle company. Ideal company would be Storm and Annie. Storm is currently having osteopath treatment back at the barn, so she's better off in the barn field where that's convenient to do. So until we've resolved Storm's osteopath and physio treatment, possibly bringing her to join Belle isn't recommended. We might do it for while I'm away. We might do it while I'm away in Ireland, bring Storm and Annie over here just to make life easier for people that are looking after the ponies while I'm away. Tell you who would have made ideal company would have been Charm. She could do with some of this grass. However, Charm, although she was supposed to be heading off to her lone home today, that's been put back a little bit and it's going to be later on this month, but it probably still isn't worth introducing her to Belle because it won't be too long before Charm does move off to her lone home. So she's not really an option. Did think about Lulu, and then we have Harley currently on his own, but that's to be resolved fairly soon. See my video on Harley today. And we have Patrick with Edie. Our other stallion Patrick is currently with his wife Edie. 12 on the fell and that little handful at the barn field. I do think I'm going to let MJ out onto the fell for just like a week or two while I'm away. Just to make everything easy, I think, probably. And you goatees, I hope you're not causing any trouble. What do you think, Jinny? Would you like to go back to the fell? You've got to do a bit more moving over there. Quite a lot more moving. They're on the roam at the moment. Do you want to go and do all the exercise or just mooch around here getting a little bit plump? So that was just a quick check-in with Belle and Jinny and a bit of a recap of who's going to be moving where and when, although not a very good one because I don't really have an exact plan. But anyway, they are absolutely fine. We will get a scan booked in and I will let you know as soon as I know.